Alrighty, chat. Thanks for sticking around. Appreciate y'all being here. Let's get back into the team speak with the boys. Wolf Six, thank you. How you doing, by the way, Wolf Six? James, what's up? Dave, appreciate it. Let's do it, guys. Dave's like, good, you're back. I don't have to harvest grapes anymore. Let's go. Hello?
Hello?
Hello? Hello? Hello?
What up?
You know, the sky.
Would it revert, Terry?
Every time. Black Cat, what's going on, man? How are you? Welcome in. Why does that catch me off guard and kind of half scare me every single time? That's the real question of the day, chat. Why does that scare me? Dave, if you want to jump out, I'll take over the harvester again. I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, but I'll jump in. I got this. Maybe. I'm running at you guys. Neither one of you guys is Dave. Hi, Tony.
Well,
Black Cat, appreciate the bits. Welcome in. Dude, I'm clearing. I can clear. Oh, well. Those might be red grapes now. See what I did there? Kind of got run over by a harvester. This may be a little. Dave, thanks for harvesting while I was away. Do we need a second trailer? Because when that one goes to empty, we're going to be out of a trailer for a while. Not that it has to go that far, but still. I don't know. I know last time we had 2. Okay, Dave, you're going to run it. Okay, that'd be a lot faster than auto drive running it, then that's fine. All good. You guys haven't left any skippers out here, have you?
no.
I'm just playing.
Not yet.
You guys are professionals. Sarge, let's just say you're ready to go into the professional grape harvesting business, right? He's like, no. This is all you're gonna do on Farm Sim from now on, right? Is plant grapes? No. You know the worst part. Well, the worst part of grapes are well, pretty much all of it. So, no. The fertilizing's not exactly fun either. Now, in fairness, though, you only have to go down every other like row. That's not as bad, but still. So Zach, it says it's 81, feels like 86 outside. Man, it is like gloomy and like kind of looks like the end of the world outside a little bit. But I'm okay with that.
See what my phone says for rain.
Sounds like you're getting the weather we're getting.
So we had some rain last night. They were calling for all kinds of rain. It kind of hit like west and south of us, so. Casey Heathen, welcome in. How are you? How are you doing, man? It's been a minute. All good over here.
Wow, they were kind of calm for it to be today,
Yeah.
and then got up to morning and nope, all day.
Gotcha. Yeah, there's a ton of rain in our forecast. There's a ton of chance of rain in our forecast. Storms the other day we had that was Saturday. We had a wicked one. It started in Nebraska. Well, that's the storm that made me like end my stream when you went out to dinner, Sarge. Ended my stream because of that storm, and then came back, and then my internet went out. So, yeah.
Yeah, I noticed that you came back and on again.
The internet company experienced some kind of issue, and they actually sent me an apology email saying that like, hey, we're sorry that, you know, your service was down. And they actually, and it's not about the money, but they actually gave me a $5 credit on my next bill, which I don't know of any other company that would actually be like, hey, we messed up, here's money, like our fault, you know.
Yeah.
I was very impressed. So
Honest about it up front, you know.
yeah.
They had to call or
Yeah. Tomatoes. I got you, Casey. I got you. 101 feels like 110. That's what it was here like last week, Chuck. 111 at your house. Wow. That's kind of brutal.
Like last night before it got like dark out,
Yeah.
checked the gauge. It was probably between like, I think it was between like 7 and 8 tenths.
Okay.
And then like my phone says yesterday the farm had 8 tenths. Then today it had a tenth. So it's under an inch.
Yeah. We had half an inch at the farm waiting. Or no. We had 9 cents waiting for us when we got to the farm yesterday. Yeah.
But between Sunday and yesterday?
Yeah, it would have been like, well, yeah. Dad was there Monday, but there was no rain. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Casey, that's the way it is here too. It's kind of nice out, cloudy and gloomy, but like it is muggy. Yeah. Super, super muggy here as well. Fire danger. No, that's not good. That's not good. But yeah,
I should probably do the same.
yeah, I'm not going to make it if I try to go back. I rather have it be kind of cloudy and muggy instead of like, 99 and muggy. So bring on the clouds, y'all. Although yesterday was like only mid 80s or something, but man, I was sweating like a freight train at the farm yesterday. Don't know why. Air you can wear and barely breathe in. Yeah. I'm going. Can you go right here? Here we go. Yep. Like I said, I was a sweaty pig yesterday at the farm, but whatever. I'm still kind of, I can feel it today. Like I'm a gallon low, you know what I'm saying? I need to drink a lot of water today, so. Stream days are usually pretty good for that because I do sit here and tend to, just drink water. Like I'll stream, so. Stream days are good at rehydrating, we'll put it that way. Pretty good at that, so. But I mean, outside of Saturday, where we had there were reports of 80-mile-per-hour winds around the area Saturday. My neighborhood didn't get any damage. You get out of my neighborhood, and I mean, there was tree branches down and stuff, but like nothing here. We barely even heard lightning Saturday, heard thunder, on Saturday. Past couple nights though, I mean, we heard some rumbling last night. It rained pretty hard here for about 10 or 15 minutes last night, but that's all. There's places in Missouri that got like 6 inches of rain last night though. Just not where I live. So yeah. Had to plant. Yep. Casey, I could see that. I could definitely see that. Heck yeah. And honestly, we were worried about our pumpkins because they got hailed real bad a couple weeks ago now. And actually, Dad went down there. It was on a Monday. Dad went down there that night and he called me and he was all upset and he's like, they're a total loss. And we're like, okay. So we've kept taking care of them. We've been spraying them with spraying them with what's it called? Fungicide and pesticide and stuff, try to keep the bugs at bay, and been trying to take care of the weeds out there and stuff. Did a bunch of that yesterday, and by God, the pumpkins actually look pretty good. There's a lot of damage in them, in the centers of the plant with the old growth, we'll say, but overall, they're not looking bad. It's kind of surprising right now, so I don't know. I think they just, it's almost like a bad transplant shock for anybody that's ever transplanted anything. You know what I'm talking about, where when you transplant it, the plant will just kind of stand there and look at you for a couple days and then it'll start growing. That's kind of what the pumpkins did. They just kind of sat there and just didn't do anything. And then it's like somebody flipped a switch and they're like, oh yeah, we're supposed to grow. Let's go. And they're growing like crazy now. So. There's actually some spots where the rows starting to close up, which is good. because it'll help keep the weeds down. I weeded for a while yesterday out in the pumpkin patch, so happy to be done with that. So it's a whole thing. Oh yeah, the plants themselves, so like the old growth, you can still see like they're all bruised. They're all bruised up still from the hail. Like you can tell those plants were like beat up, you know. It's kind of interesting.
Chuck 5099 cheered Dex 100. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
Exactly, Chuck. Chuck, thanks for the bits. Casey, you missed the last minute. I didn't say anything important. Just that the pumpkins are doing well. That's basically what I said. It's surprising how well they're doing, to be honest. But they're actually doing quite well. So yeah, very, very surprised. All right. Now I got that song stuck in my head. Thanks, Chuck. Thank you, Chuck. That'll be stuck in my head for probably 2 or 3 days now. Do appreciate it. So nice of you. That chunk must have been pruned. There's a couple chunks out here that didn't get pruned, did it? Chuck, did rust ever work? Are you actually in, or is it still broken? I guess that's the real question of the day. Just curious. Hopefully it's all working for you. Good. Almost broke stuff. Not showing up. All right, let's look into it real quick. We have plenty of time before we have to turn around, you know. Plenty of time. Oh, it's suspended again. No, it's offline now. Why is it offline now? It said it was online. Online and rolling. I don't have any emails about it. I'm restarting it currently. Again.
What is it, the Rust server?
Yeah. It's Rust server and it's update day, so it just gets awkward sometimes, you know. Dave's trying. He's inching. Look at him inching. You might be able to unload both of us at the same time, Sarge. Well, yeah, how about that? I didn't know that trailer was big enough to do this, I'm going to be honest. It kind of isn't, but it works, I guess, right? That's what you call, teamwork right there. I turned on my GPS way before I was like actually pointing where I wanted to go. But just because of the steering, it just like carried me over right where it needed to go, then locked in. That's pretty awesome. Tony, are you counting rows up there?
Yeah, you just want to keep doing a V, like I go down the middle.
That's totally fine, man. We're not running into each other this way. You're the lead harvester, so you do what you got to do.
Right now, I'm just picking grapes, I suppose, making some grape juice, I guess.
We're actually not even. We're just selling them as grapes. Yeah.
We'll buy them in the grocery store.
Catch me in the grocery store. How about that? Catch me outside.
These could be the grapes used to make the wine for the Puma cruise thing.
Yeah. Don't bring that up, Errol. Start talking about your June and July next year. Zach. See if you're free or not. I think it's funny personally. I really do. And actually, it would be a ton of fun to go on a cruise with a bunch of you guys. I think that would be a ton of fun, to be honest. That could be great. RSVP. Chuck, are you down? We were talking about the other day, Chuck, and like if it was during the summer, I wouldn't want to go like south because it's too hot. You know, I'd want to go to like Alaska in the summer. So Bear was looking up like Alaskan cruises like in June or July next year. So, yeah. I think it could be a ton of fun, personally. Will it ever actually happen? At Mega Millions tonight, you know, or tomorrow night, you know what I'm saying? Just saying. North would be better. Yeah, this time of year, North would be better. But like in the spring, early spring, late fall, like winter, go south. That'd be awesome. Or go like somewhere completely else, you know? Like take a long flight and then take a cruise, you know? Something like that. I don't know. It would be cool. I don't know. But yeah, I think North would be awesome this time of year. I think that would be really, really cool. Alaska's awesome, you know? Alaska's, yeah. I mean, I've never been, but I guess I've flown over it in flight sim. Does that count? Does that count at all? I don't know. Not sure. A flight, you thought train. Yeah, but if you're going like real far, Dave, you gotta fly. You know what I mean? Like trains are only gonna get you so far, Dave. Just saying. You saw someone on a flight sim last night. I wonder who that was, Chuck. It might have been me for a minute or two. Mr. Jeff, what's going on? How are you? I tried to find the thunderstorm that was going across Missouri last night, Chuck, and I couldn't find it. I turned on live weather and everything. Oh, wow. That's great, Dave. I'm here for it. Oh, that's good. Yeah, I tried to find it because it was a gnarly storm. It wasn't in the game. I was a little disappointed. I've always wanted to go like hurricane hunting too, but it's never worked out where like there's a hurricane coming in and I've been able to like play flight sim. It's never worked out. Okay, Chuck, it says the server's up again. Is it actually up or not? I don't know, but it says it is. So I'm trying to load the Rust like panel now. We'll see. We'll see if that's working. That part's not working. So do you buy a cruise ship to fly HQ on the water? Oh my god. Could you imagine? Guys, I think I'd have to have like $1 billion lottery to make that happen, right? From Seattle to Detroit. Yeah, but Dave, I'm saying like if you leave the country, say you want to go on like a Mediterranean or like you want to go like overseas somewhere, you know? And then you want to go on a cruise. Mediterranean. You know what I mean? Like way over yonder. Y'all ever see Captain Kate on what's it called, TikTok? She's a captain of a cruise ship and she all over the world, you know? I'm saying if you wanted to like go do that, you know, like not leave from the United States.
Is that that chick with the cat too?
Yeah, she has the weird hairless cat.
Yeah, no, like everybody on the cruise ship likes the cat.
Yeah, Bug. Yeah. We are harvesting grapes.
When I used to have TikTok, she was on my recommended.
Oh, and did you get rid of TikTok again?
You don't have TikTok?
I got rid of TikTok like months ago.
Dude, Farmer Nick said he deleted his account.
I haven't deleted. Well, I think I said delete all data too.
Wow.
Chuck 5099 cheered Dex 100. Maybe Ocean Gate should work on an underwater train system.
Yes, they should, Chuck. You're right. Good idea. Oh, man. No, not too soon at all. Not at all. The Plow and Thunder cruise ship. Okay, Sean, gotcha. Oh, man. Fly with Katie on TikTok. Isn't that's not the, is that the cruise ship lady? Chuck, I don't know what's wrong with this server, but it just keeps going offline. So it'll be like working for a minute and then it goes offline. We might just have to try back later. So I hit restart again, but I don't think it's, I think it's broken. Zach, we might not be able to play Rust tonight. Sorry.
That's okay.
Sad times.
It's almost been 2 years.
Yeah, why play now? Right?
No tug for you.
Yeah, no tongue for you. Yeah. Different person. Okay. Gotcha, gotcha. It's, yeah, I got an email earlier today at like 12:30 saying that it had updated the server, but something's clearly not right now. I'll have to look into it when I'm not streaming, Chuck. Used to have to update manually. I gotcha. Ours automatic. Yep. You know, speaking of random like TikTok accounts, okay. So I don't know I don't know her name, but you guys have probably, those of you that watch TikTok, you guys have probably seen Tiptoe, the 100 and whatever pound tortoise. You ever seen Tiptoe, Zach?
I can't say I have.
Yeah,
What?
I've seen the tortoise on
Yeah.
Facebook.
My dad just randomly one day, he's like, yeah, this lady, she's got this big tortoise out in California. And I was like, his name's Tiptoe. He's like, how'd you know that? He watches YouTube shorts. So it's basically TikTok, let's be real.
Can we get like Puma Plow, your father, on TikTok?
You can get my dad on TikTok to do like reaction videos. That'd be great.
I just want to see him on TikTok.
Just want to see him dancing.
No. Like I just want to see him like swiping and watching TikTok on his phone.
Whose For You page is he going to be?
His.
Oh, okay. It can't be mine.
Yeah, because yours is too dangerous.
No, it's fine. What are you talking about? It's all like tractors and lawnmowers and
Dave, what are you doing?
the no way guy, you know? No way.
Or that
freedoms.
that Cardinals guy that would say,
Oh, the guy that plays the organ at the Cardinal game, right?
no, I was more or less talking about the guy that would tell you a fact, but then
Justin?
something like, yeah, Justin.
Listen, did you know? You know he's in the Air Force.
I saw that.
Yeah, shocked everybody.
I didn't know. Yeah, I didn't know he was in the Air Force.
No, I follow the organ player. He plays for the Blues and the Cardinals. Like the organ at the games, you know.
You know, he's an organ player. You know the organ.
Yeah, he plays the organ, you know. Big organ guy, you know. I follow him on TikTok. I do. He's one of the 69 accounts that I follow. Yeah. That's it. Well, sometimes I follow more. Yeah, you guys, you know, when you're scrolling and it's late and you accidentally like follow people. Oh, yep, I'm at 70 right now. Who'd I follow by accident? Yep, don't know who that person is. Unfollow. All right, we're back down to our proper number. Let's go. Oh, man. Gotta stay at the right number, Chad. I can't go over, okay? It's in my contract. Contract that I don't have, okay? It's a thing. It's not actually a thing, you know. It's just that I found it amusing, so, yeah. You know, really with 3 harvesters and Dave keeping us empty and, like, not having to wait for a trailer, this isn't bad. Right? At least I don't think it's bad. You guys might think it's bad. I don't think it's bad.
It really isn't that bad.
Yeah. You're just driving back and forth, scrolling Facebook, right?
Actually, no, I'm not.
Whoa.
Actually, let's see what that tractor's up to.
Yeah, what's that tractor at, Tony?
But hashtag
Only-
never again. You're not wrong, Dave. You're not wrong. Don't worry.
8100.
Wow.
Bill?
No. Actually, I'm looking at some like farm sim mods. I booked
Oh
one
no.
earlier.
Oh no, guys. Oh, okay. Phew. Okay.
You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
You sure?
It's just, it's those emails you get where it's like, hey, we're this company and we want to partner with you. Has YouTube been subscribing to random people? I don't know. I don't pay that close attention to my YouTube, to be honest, Jeff.
Mine hasn't.
But yeah, I get those emails from companies that want to like do a partnership, but it's really just like an affiliate link, and that's not really a partnership to me. But I'm good. Oh God, I hope not, Obels. Did I say something stupid? I mean, what else is new, right? But I don't remember saying something stupid. I probably did. But hey, it happens, right? Tony, are you good?
Yeah, I'm just seeing which. Yeah.
You ran out of pattern to run, so now you're going back, huh?
Yeah, I'm chalked, man. We're in shambles.
Doing some fill-in rows. I got you.
You know?
Well, I'll grab this one, and we'll meet up on the other end, and I'll have enough capacity to get there. And then we can empty out and be done with it.
Cut some beans, I suppose, right?
We do have a few beans that need cutting. Yeah. Well, yeah, fast time, but yeah. Well, we'll have grape or olives to harvest then too.
No
Yeah.
beans to cut, huh?
We only have one olive harvester, so olives can wait. It's fine. Beans to cut, yes.
I'm just kidding.
Lots of beans to cut.
Big bean guy, huh?
I mean, you know what they say, right?
Hold on.
About beans,
Yeah. It is.
There's good money in beans. That's what they say. Yeah.
That's what I was looking for.
Yeah. I knew that's what you were looking for. Yeah. There you go. Yeah. Good money.
This guy, Dave, man. Dave is just on his
Dude,
stuff.
he is a professional farm sim player.
He's an A+ tipper operator.
I really think he probably plays in the I was gonna say XFL. I know that's not what I'm going for.
Like the Farm Sim League?
Big XFL guy. Yeah, the league guy, farm sim league. Yeah.
I guess I can say this here since it's leased, right?
Your harvesters, yeah, you can just jump out of yours wherever. Same thing with Sarge when he gets empty. I'll have to I'll just leave my harvester wherever too. It doesn't matter. To be honest. Soybean and cotton guy. Yeah, we'll get to our cotton eventually. Soy for today. Go betcha. Okay. Don't mind me just getting stuck on grapevines over here. Dave's a ringer. There you go. Yeah. For the XFL. Yeah. FSL is what I was gonna say. Not XFL.
Big XFL guy, huh?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Hangs out with the Rock all the time. Go betcha. Doorbell, cowbell. So, KZ, I don't know when to do it. Do we do it right now? I don't know. I don't really know the whole proper I don't know the proper etiquette. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know when you're supposed to do this or that or whatever with the whole grapes and olives. I don't know. We've been fertilizing them and that's it. So we have the tools. And that actually, if we look, okay, so that part's like cultivated, right? Trent did a little bit the other day and it kind of worked. But if we come down here, I don't know. It doesn't do anything. And I know it's on the front of the tractor, but it doesn't matter. It should work. And then this doesn't like it. Oh, that is doing something. What is that doing? That's working the soil. That's showing as a seed bed. I don't understand the point. So we just haven't been, to be honest. All we've done with these is fertilize them. Sean, I know I need to do that. Before fertilizing, after harvesting. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Casey, honestly, I don't know the proper procedures for like the best grape and olive harvest. I don't know. I don't know. And honestly, I mean, the grapes and olives, it's just, I guess that showed up as seed bed. It's not enough of a thing that I'm trying to like do. I'm not trying to make money from it. I'm just trying to get the achievement and move on. So we have 114,000 grapes in storage. Let's go. Wait, when do we sell grapes? Do we want to sell grapes right now and just try to get the achievement, or do we want to like wait? Oh, they're worth so much more money. Worth like $500 more if we wait. But that's like a whole nother year. I kind of want to get the achievement, y'all. I kind of want the achievement. We're going to go for it. Renting the train. Grape harvesters. Alright, those are gone. Let's get the train, chat. Let's go. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Yay. How far away was it? Oh, it's far. It's really far. Oh, no. Yeah. Okay. So we need 85,000 grapes. So we're going to load about 85,003 grapes on the train. We've already sold some. We did sell some before we started like actually storing them.
It's still going to count it, I think.
I don't know. My point is I want to keep as many as possible in storage just so if for some reason this achievement doesn't pop, then I can do it in single player, you know? Black Cat, thanks for the bits. So nice of you. So nice of you. Thank you. All right, train's 1.9 away. As soon as we get this done, we will fast time for beans. And code brown. You guys get to decide what field we're gonna start in, and like, you know, whatever. I don't care. Wherever you guys want to go. We can use an auger wagon and everything. Thanks for that follow. Appreciate you. Welcome in. How's it going? Welcome in. 1.2. This train is taken. It's sweet old time. Come on. Oh, it's cruising. Never mind.
While you're doing that, I'll be right with you.
All right, Sarge. All good. Unless we want to go harvest that sorghum field real quick too. We do need sorghum, but that's a contract field. Can we afford that field? No. We're kind of poor. That's right.
What about the loan?
Yeah, I'd rather not. If we can avoid taking the loan, because we gotta lime everything after this trend. Literally every one of our fields needs lime. We're gonna need data on some fields, I think. Possibly data. But literally everything we own needs lime. So we gotta save some money. We need to save some money. $5 for purchasing art money. We don't flip fields. No, I don't do that. I'm not a field flipper. I do not like that. All right, so let's load up the grapes, y'all. We need 85,000 liters. 85,000. So it's actually less than a train car. So that's fine. Where's the compost when we need it? On the other map. Okay, 85,150 liters. You guys see that, right? 85,115 or 150. There's 29,000 left in storage. They're going to stay there. Fingers crossed, chat. We get an achievement. Let's go. Let's go. And hashtag fail. We did not get the achievement.
That's probably a single player.
I walk this lonely road. The only... Dang it, Bobby. That sucks. I really wanted that to pop today, but unfortunately... Sean, that's not funny. That's sad, Sean. Okay, so that's why I still have grapes in storage. So hopefully, whenever I go into single player, like either later tonight or I don't know, whatever, I will sell. I'll sell a few then just to see if the achievement pops. All right. It is unfortunate, Chuck. All right. Single player. I'm not going right now. Multiplayer is working. Sean, people are in here. We're not going to single player. Not right now. We'll do it later. It's fine. That's why we still have the grapes in the bin. I thought Porky Pig was here for a second. Not allowed to end till you see the achievement. Sir, yes, sir. That's fine. I could flip into single player right at the end. John Sinclair. Sir, yes, sir. All right, so one day chat, and we're just gonna do it the. I think Sarge stepped away, which is fine.
I'm here.
All right, well, let's do it this way then. Trent,
I'm here.
hit your button, please.
Very did.
Thank you. You know, Sean, it did start last night. I kind of wanted to watch it, to be honest, and I didn't. Kind of wanted to. Sean, the one they had the other day where they like looked back at all the previous seasons, that was hilarious. Dad and I watched that. What night was that?
Oh, so Big Brother did start last night?
Yeah, we watched that Sunday? Tuesday night after dinner, we watched that. Yeah, Big Brother started last night. Trent. Hey, chat, just before I hit the button again by accident, we're just going to throw a save. After harvesting all those grapes. I'm just saying. After harvesting all the grapes, I'm just going to be cautious. All right, let's get lined up and get rolling. The 90 Mazda, what's going on? How are you? Dave, would you rather combine, by the way? I don't want to
get out.
No, I'll gladly get out. I'll run a cart. It's up to Dave, whatever he wants to do. But whatever you want to do, Dave. Up to you. Indifferent. Okay. So. Because we do have a grain cart if you want to run that, and then put a couple tippers on auto just to run from the field in. Or whatever. We need another combine, yo. Should have bought that one earlier, but I ruined that, didn't I? They clone. We could. I think Trent's just gonna sit in that plow tractor though, right?
Do you want it?
No, I'm just saying you're not gonna like harvest or run a zipper cars, right?
I can do either.
I guess we could get a combine and run tippers on auto drive, Dave's favorite thing in the world. It might kind of suck on these small fields, though, to be honest.
Yeah, these small jobs.
Yeah, you'll have that on these small fields, you know. You good, Tony?
Yeah.
All right.
My head fell off. So I disconnected my head, right?
I heard an inappropriate joke about that the other day.
So my header fell off. And,
Yeah, header. Yeah.
and I've been using my wheel, but I was having problems like the feedback kinda.
Okay.
Like I reset my settings. And I got it to work the way I want it. I just unplugged the power source, right? First.
Yeah.
Now randomly like it just pushes buttons. Like earlier when I disconnected those trailers, it just ran it like
That
I
wasn't
don't think I wasn't pushing like the disconnect button.
okay. It wasn't intentional. Gotcha.
No.
That's funny. That's actually amusing. It's almost like you have crowd control on your like stuff, where like the crowd could do stuff to your, tractor. Kind of an interesting thing.
What? Crowd control?
Yeah, it's a thing. I don't know how big it is in farm sim. I know there's some people that have messed with it, but like, say somebody could do, some bits in chat to like disconnect your header, or like, put your combine in reverse, or whatever, There's I've seen it. The best example of it I've seen is in like a old Super Mario game from like Super Nintendo or something. And basically, dude was playing, and like, well, he might turn into Tiny Mario, or he might turn giant, or he might like his controls might just be completely backwards. It was random stuff like that. It was actually really funny to watch. So yeah, are you on GPS here?
I am.
I guess I should be too then, huh? All right. I was like, what is that tipper? That's our auger wagon. Dave's got that on the JCB for the speed. Want to see some real speed?
Sure didn't want to use like, I don't know, tractor that goes to like 18, Dave. I mean, take your pick. We got a handful of them.
That thing's so fast.
Dave, I was just getting out of your way.
Yeah, we have so many tractors that go so slow. No. All right, Dave. All right. All right. I have, Sean. Yes. I have. I think I have it on my Roku. You used to watch somebody play PUBG. Oh, that's rough, Chuck. That's rough. Random gunshot sounds. That's crazy, Chuck. Wow. I have not tried West End. No. Tree farmer guy, I have not. How is it? I'm just waiting for something to happen, like weather-wise, around here today, because we do have a decent shot at rain today, but, not so much right now. They're on Pluto. I got you, Sean. Okay. I got you. I didn't realize this is going to be some Big Brother nerd talk. I do apologize, chat. But I didn't realize that Big Brother, like that first season 25 years ago, apparently it almost failed. And they almost pulled the plug and sent everybody home. But somehow what saved it, which, I mean, it makes sense because it all comes down to dollar bills. What saved it was the live feeds. They started up the live feed and people are like, hey, this is a whole thing. And that's what actually saved it. The TV ratings were terrible, but it was making money through the live feeds. So that's why they kept it going. And well, now 25 years and it's a huge deal now, So yeah. Kind of interesting. Big brothers and nerds. Ice, what's going on, man? How are you? So kind of interesting. They had a whole special about like the past 25 years. It was, I mean, I haven't watched it all, but it used to be a staple in my house back in the day when Mom was alive. She was all about Big Brother, Survivor, all that stuff. Amazing Race. All those things.
I think Mom had it on. I kind of like was in and out, you know. Might like saw a little bit here and there, you know.
Yeah.
I think one of like the neat things about it was, and obviously I wasn't around for it, but like after the terrorist,
9/11, yeah.
Can't talk, but yeah, that.
Yeah.
And like how like these people are completely cut off, so like they didn't know, and they're like, "There's not really a plane in the sky." That's kind of weird.
Yeah. I mean, I know this is like the old man of the internet talking here because, you know, you whippersnappers weren't alive when this happened. But like, it was a crazy time, and it was like, yeah, there's no airplanes. And if somehow you didn't hear like news or something, like, yeah, you would have been like, that's kind of weird, you know? But yeah. You haven't watched it? I'm sorry to hear that. But yeah, and I do remember like being at the farm after that, Zach, you know, and like it was so quiet down there. There were no airplanes, and the major road with like where it was over the water, that was under construction then.
Oh yeah.
So that was closed. So like the main road in front of the farm was basically closed. So like there were no planes, there were no cars, there was nothing down there. It was crazy, crazy, crazy. So, yeah, it was a wild time, man. Where are these fools going? They're going somewhere. Holding up the show here, boys. Auto drive, come on. Oh, it's okay. I'll have to fix all the auto drive around this field eventually. Probably not tonight, but eventually. But yeah, I mean, it was wild there for, I mean, a long time. It definitely was. And I did hear the question posed the other day, and this infuriates me to no end, to be honest. And again, this is going to be the old man of the internet speak here, chat. But at some point, this video that I saw, they were posing the question, and this is not me saying this, and I don't agree with it. But they were saying, like, you know, at what point does 9/11 become like a thing that we forget why it's a thing or what happened, you know, which obviously anybody that lived through it's not going to forget what it was, you know, and all that. But they're like, when does it just become like another mattress sale day? And I'm like, you know, with the world the way it is, I could see it happening. I would hate it. But like, I can almost see it, you know, because there will become a point where, you know, the younger people, they weren't alive and they don't understand. And, you know, you can only be the old man of the internet so many times and be like, well, this is what happened. And it's crazy, you know, it's crazy. Okay, Razzo, interesting. But yeah, it's like, it's just kind of a whole thing, you know, a whole thing. Yeah, Chuck, I'm just, you know, waiting to see where it goes. Razzo, just, you know, maybe keep opinions to yourself. I don't know. Just saying. How about that? Yeah. Okay. Not really something to joke about, you know? Really not. Yeah, right, Plugger? That's for sure. That's for sure. You betcha. But yeah, it's like I could, way the country is, or way the world works, I could see it happening. It would be a darn shame, but Unfortunately, I could see it happening. All right there, Tony. Did you about break the thumb there or something?
I just had to crank her a little hard.
You got a steer knob on your wheel?
No, man, I need to get one.
When I had the old like heavy equipment bundle wheel thing, the farm sim wheel, I had a steer knob on it. Well, it actually came with a steer knob.
Yeah, it came with one, but I took mine off and replaced one with
Yeah,
the,
like a real steer knob. It came with this little dinky plastic steer knob that was not okay. And yeah.
The brand that 4 of us are driving, I replaced it with one of those steering knobs.
Oh, nice. I had a generic like Tractor Supply one or something, or from Rural King probably. Rural King.
Same purpose, different knob.
Yeah. Too bad. Like the same one I have on the 995 at the farm. Wait, what else has one? Our little snapper tractor has one. You know, my Alice CA that I traded 2 cases of beer for, it has a wooden steer knob on it. And I don't plan on replacing it. I want to leave it just as is. Maybe shine it up, put a little that oil like you put on like the handles of like shovels and stuff, you know? What's that stuff called? I don't know what it's called, but look, I put that on there probably. That's all I would do to it. I wouldn't do anything else to it. Wood oil? It's, yeah, something like that. Linseed oil? That might be it. I don't know. We have some at the farm. That's all I can tell you. And we put it on like hand tools in the winter a lot. Might be it. Something like that though. Yeah. Mineral oil. Just oil. How about that? Wow. Ghost, what's up? How are you? Thanks for the follow in chat. Welcome in. How's it going? Let's just list all of them. Okay. Let's not and say we did. At like 2 years late, Ghost, or what? How's that work? All right. We have 2 more little fields over here. Okay. We have so many soybeans, chat. We bought field 70 today. Soybeans. All soybeans. All soybeans. And then there's olives. I think they're gonna wait. I think they'll be just fine where they are for now.
Do you want to do 70 after this, or you want to go with the other ones?
Why don't you hit them little ones? We might be able to sneak underneath the train tracks to get down to 70. I don't know if our headers will fit through there or not.
I have to jump it.
Or we jump it. Send it. We can't break them. It's fine. Do whatever you want, you know? I would do the other 2 small fields first. But, Tony, again, somehow you're the lead combine, so you get to do whatever you want. Just like on grape harvest. You were the lead grape harvester, and now you're the lead combine here. So you do whatever you want, all right? You go where your heart desires, Tony.
I just thought I'd do 70 now since we'd run the same GPS, but it's not that hard to change GPS, I suppose. You
realize the north-south and the east-west line are the same, right?
Yeah. I kind of forgot that.
All you have to do is hot rotate, and it doesn't matter which line you load, just hot rotate if it's not right, you know? Besides, you don't want to harvest 37 north-south? What's wrong with you?
I said we just cut it right down, cut that an angle.
Got it at 45 it?
Yeah, 45 it.
Maybe like 22 and a half.
Make a big X.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Make the Twitter logo.
Just stripe it, right? Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Like checkerboard, right? but like on a 45. So like I did to the farm last week. Because you were totally there, so you know exactly what I did to the farm, right?
I was there.
Wait, were you?
In spirit.
Were you the one that drove on the rock pile?
Who drove on the rock pile?
Somebody drove on our rock pile. I don't know who it was, but you could clearly see a tire like track on the rock pile. And I kind of thought like, yeah, that's the exact thing to do. But I don't think you've been there recently, like, to do that, have you?
I don't know, last time I was there.
It's been a while. Come down Sunday, you might be able to drive the tractor.
Sure.
Sure. It's not raining all day. Not taking it out if it's raining. That is a prized possession that does not go out in the rain, you know? Something like that. That's going to be sad if we're doing all this work trying to like get this tractor to go to a farm show and then it's going to rain that Sunday or Saturday. Could you imagine?
That would be unfortunate.
I would be heartbroken. It'd be okay. Story of my life. It's fine. The Puma Plow story. Heartbroken. It's okay. I'm used to it. That would be kind of amusing, like in a weird, like, you know, sick way. It would be. Kind of amusing. Wow. Gun show. We are on Elm Creek. We are achievement hunting, basically. So this map is going to be set up eventually to get pretty much all the achievements, all that we can. We will have to go to Oat Baileron and to Erlengrat eventually to do the collectibles. I think that's all we have to do on those is collectibles. Beyond that, I don't know. I don't know what else we need to do, so it'll be a whole thing. So should be good, but basically we're gonna do like all the animals on here, grapes and olives, which I should have the grape achievement, but for some reason it did not pop. I think I have to go to single player for that. We're having that issue with a lot of achievements, or at least a few now, where they don't actually unlock in self-hosted like multiplayer. So I'm gonna have to go to like actual single player and, you know, sell a few more grapes and plants and all that stuff.
Generally underscore 2013 just resubscribed for 25 months.
Generally, welcome back for 25 months. Do appreciate the resub. How are you? Welcome in. What's poppin', as the kids say, or something like that. What's going on? How are you? So it's kind of weird. Like the other day, I did some chaff harvesting in single player, like actual single player. And as soon as I started the Courseplay driver in the harvester, I got 2 achievements for harvesting a hectare and harvesting 100 hectares. So I know there's other achievements like that, and they just haven't popped because I haven't done it in single player. I got you, Jeff. Okay, I got you. Automod did not like your comment, Jeff, just so you know. But I understand what you're saying. I understand. So we did sell some grapes before today. We sold 85,000 plus grapes today. But we also have sold some in the past. So the grape achievement should have popped. So I'm assuming if I go in single player and sell like, you know, 10 liters of grapes, hopefully the achievement will come through then. You had to do a little more on a bunch of them. Okay. I got you, Jeff. I think my issue is just the multiplayer aspect of it, you know? Because if I get the achievement for harvesting a hectare as well as the 100 hectare achievement, I would say that's just a multiplayer thing at that point, you know? And it's kind of unfortunate that we can't get the achievements in self-hosted, but it's fine. So one of these days I need to just play like actual single player, but that's not as much fun. So I do some of that off stream too. The plan is today for the last couple minutes though to jump into single player and try to go ahead and get that grape achievement. So that's the plan later on. As long as we watch the clock, we give ourselves a few minutes to do that. So yeah. Gotcha, Jeff. All right. You know, I got to get back to the computer. Tony and I got plans tonight. Right, Tony?
Darn tootin'.
May not happen if the server doesn't want to work. But we got plans. Got big plans, Tony. We should go get some Raising Cane's first, Tony.
That sounds bossing.
Remember that time we went to Raising Cane's at like 11 o'clock at night?
I do. I think it was after an ATS stream, wasn't it?
I think so. It was kind of awkward.
I mean, I'm down though. Good chicken.
It was kind of awkward, but it was funny. Oh man, dude, I haven't actually. I don't know. Cane's like completely changed to me. Like the chicken's nowhere near like it was a lot better when they opened. We'll just say that much, you know. It's kind of gone downhill a little bit, but that's all right. These are really good soybeans over here, considering we didn't lime this field. Why are these so good? Kind of weird. Previous farmer must have put some lime down for us.
Good guy, that guy. I tell ya.
Yeah?
Sure.
You know him, huh?
Old Bill.
Old Bill.
Getting her done.
What a nice guy. That's a good old farmer name, actually. Farmer Bill. I don't know any farmers named Bill, do you?
I do.
Or wait. I don't know any farmers named Bill.
I know someone from like not down there whose name is Bill who
Okay.
just happens to farm.
I know a Bill that puts up like sheds.
Yeah.
The building guy, he's Bill.
The guy that's like 7'6", yeah.
And they should offer barbecue sauce. They do have honey mustard, but it's like not really good. It's not a good honey mustard. Oh, speaking of that, man, speaking of mustard, chat, my day was ruined yesterday. Went to Dairy Queen yesterday, Zach.
Dairy Queen, no Wendy's?
Yeah, I changed it up, you know.
Back to
Burger.
roots.
Burger had mustard all over it.
Oh,
Just not the Strat, you know.
you still eat it?
Well, yeah, I mean, it was my breakfast / lunch. Yes, I ate it, but like, yeah. Person we're waiting. Wow. Gotcha, Obelix. Yep. Gotcha. It was a crazy time, man. When all that was going on, and it's just you know, any breaking news is always kind of wild. You know, you never get actual information, and that was the biggest breaking news story, like, you know, ever. So it was a crazy time. It really was. All right, the question is, can I finish what I have to do here before I get full, or do I need to empty? That is the real question. I only need like 2 more passes, right, for me? Yeah. 80% full. Dave's here. Okay, we're good. We're chilling. We'll get emptied right here. Or at least partially empty. Oh, definitely, Casey, yeah. Definitely a different place, yes. Yeah, it really is. For sure. Actually gonna empty most of the way. I'm kind of surprised. These unload augers are fairly decent, I guess. 12%. Let's go. 12%. What the heck was that? Kind of lagged. Gotcha, Casey. Gotcha. Yeah, I know. Like my parents always talked about, and Dad will still talk about, like, you know, where he was when like JFK, like when that happened. You know, it's something that anybody that can remember it will never forget it. You know, will always remember a lot of things about that day and days. You know, that's for sure. There are lots of things that will stick with us forever. I mean, just the hours of just, you know, everybody being glued to a TV or a radio or whatever, you know. That's,
Be right with you.
all right, Sarge, all good. Yep. That's one of the ones too sticks out to me. You know, there was no other TV. That was it. For the most part. So yeah. All right, crossing the tracks, y'all. Are we gonna fit Zach, or are we gonna jump it?
I'm duking it. I'm jumping it.
All right, all the Duke boys up. Let's go. Let's go. That's pretty close.
I didn't even try. It just looked like it wasn't.
I am. It's not gonna work. No, definitely, Casey. It's unfortunate. Yeah. I can still remember the day Oklahoma City happened. I can remember that. Yep.
Oh, we didn't think this through.
Oh, you're on the wrong side of the creek, aren't you?
Yeah.
There's a bridge in the center.
Was there?
Yeah. Go towards the center. There's a little wooden chunk of wood out there. Oh, it's a good bridge. It's a winner. You betcha. Betcha. Oh, Casey, I completely agree. You know, I've heard people talk about, like, obviously would never want another 9/11 to happen, but 9/12, it would be nice if we could ever get back to that point in this country, which we never will. But you know, 9/12 was like, yeah. Thanks for the follow. Appreciate you. Welcome in. How's it going? Yeah, this country was truly united on 9/12. 100%.
Did my plow make it to the tracks?
Oh no.
You stopped in the field.
Oh, barely. Did you crash out, Trent?
I was wondering what happened.
Yep.
But yes.
Right. Exactly that, yeah. Exactly, Casey. Yep. Yep.
I was really hoping I didn't make it to the tracks. I was just trying to make sure.
I gotcha. I gotcha.
But I've been leaving it on for those random roads in the field.
Yeah. Waylon, it's going. How are you? Welcome in. See, what I do, Trent, is I would plow the fields together and then go back and plow the whole thing.
We're still harvesting.
But you do you. I'm not telling you what to do. You do you. I can always paint and fix where you go out of the field when you leg out. As long as I don't hit Alt F4 again, you know, we're good. Because that was kind of amusing earlier, you know, in a weird way. Only lost like the first hour today, Chad. I hit the wrong button combination, and well, I got to see my desktop really fast.
That's kind of a sick wallpaper too.
It's from our last Rust server. What it is, Carson was being Carson on Rust that night, and he spawned a pitchfork, which is not an item you can get in the game normally, but if you have admin power, you can give it to yourself. And so he spawned a pitchfork, and then he's like, "Hey, I wonder if I could throw it at you." And he did, and in the screenshot, that screenshot's actually from Carson's point of view, and the pitchfork is sticking through my head in the game in Rust. Yeah, here, hang on. Can I? How do I? You got stream up?
Yeah.
There. So you can see I have a pitchfork through and through,
Oh.
Okay, and I'm already grabbing a med pen, trying to stab a med pen in my arm so I don't die because I was bleeding it like a lot. And yeah, that's our last house in Rust with our helipad and stuff.
That's really cool.
So it was a whole thing. It was hilarious too. Dude, I laughed so hard, especially when I saw that screenshot. Oh man, I was giggling. All right, it was great. It was great. All right, so here's what I'm thinking game plan wise on this game, right? We pay our loan back with soybean money, which is $2 million. If we have any extra,
J_Socks just resubscribed for 14 months. Plow on.
Jay, welcome back for 14 months. Do appreciate the resub. How's it going? If we have any extra money, we buy a new combine, like a bigger one.
I think that is a great
Just one.
idea.
Or two, however many we can afford. Probably one. Trade out one of these, or maybe two of these. To try to start getting some bigger combines, because, you know, it takes a minute to plant or harvest. What's this called? Harvest. This. But that's all right. It's fine. It's not about the destination. It's about the journey, right?
Sure.
Or something like that. Now, we probably won't get to that today, but that's the game plan, chat. Sounds great. Okay. All right. So, Farm Sim runs on kind of a weird numbering system, which most video games do, let's be honest. So, 22 came out. Well, this fall will be 2 years. This November will be 2 years. 23 actually came out a little while ago, and that is the mobile / like Nintendo Switch game. And as of right now, they've not announced the next game, which in theory would be 24, and that would be like console and the PC game. So as of right now, they have not announced anything officially yet. It could be a whole nother year. It'll probably be another year because they haven't announced anything. So this game will end up being out for like 3 years before the next one comes out, is kind of what my personal opinion is. I have no inside information or anything like that. I'm not a Giants partner. I don't know anything, but just guessing on what I've seen. You know what I mean? I'm just a guessing. That's all. Oh, yeah. So 20, if you're on PC or like PlayStation or Xbox, it's going to be 22 is your newest one. Because 19 was the PC console one, and then 20 was the mobile. Wait, 21? Whatever it was. Anyway, 22 is your current newest one for PC, PlayStation, Xbox. Which is what this game is right now. We're playing 22 right now. So yeah, that's what you want to go with. Stupid rabbits ate your jalapenos. That's unfortunate. Sorry.
No blames.
I'm gonna... Yes, Tony, thank you. I'm gonna have to relocate some rabbits this fall before I do Christmas lights, to be honest. There are 2 rabbits that live in my front yard, and it cost me way too much money last year, so they're gonna have to get relocated before we do Christmas lights this year. Which I still have to decide what I'm doing. I still don't know. So we cut down our trees, and I'm gonna lose like 5,000 lights just on the trees. So I mean, I have the lights. I don't know what to do with them. So yeah. Turned into rabbits too. No, I will relocate them to a local park. Catch and release. Or they might get lead poisoning. I don't know. I can't do that in town. I'll get in trouble.
Yeah, that's saying.
Yeah. I could do that at the farm. We can't do that here in town. So I know of somebody that was catching squirrels. Hawk food. Yeah. I know somebody or know of somebody that was catching squirrels and well, taking care of them, and yeah, they actually got in trouble, so you got to be careful with that stuff. So relocate them to a nice park. We have a nice park far enough away that I don't think they would come back, but it's a big park, lots of land. There's a pool there. They could, you know, there's baseball fields. They could go play baseball if they wanted to. You know, there's lots of amenities. Okay.
I don't think that pool's opening, is it?
Yeah, it's getting torn down actually. Our city decided to tear it down. Relocating to a pot is still relocating. Guys.
They're not wrong.
They'll taste like Christmas lights, though.
Could be different rabbits, though.
Make Christmas trees to replace other trees? Yeah. I kind of what I've been thinking, Jeff, and I don't know if I want to, like, actually do this, but I would kind of like to, but, like, I kind of wouldn't like to at the same time, is making some pixel trees. And not, like, program them to music or anything. I don't want to do that. I mean, I do, but, like, I don't. But just make, like, you know, have, like, them go different colors and patterns and different shapes go across them, and, you know. They're marinating from the inside. Ah, guys. Guys. This rabbit stew tastes like Christmas. Maybe we could have rabbit stew on Christmas. Maybe that could be a thing in my family now. I don't know. I've never had rabbit. Basically, wabbit. Never had it.
But does he have any grapes?
No. Got any grapes? That's a duck, not a wabbit.
Could still have some grapes.
It's good.
Excuse me. Yeah.
Pardon
sorry.
me, excuse me. All right. Excuse you. Excuse.
Let's squeeze
You're
right on
excused.
past you.
Oop. Oop.
Oh, sorry. Just going to get the ranch.
Going to get the ranch?
Yeah.
Or the wrench?
The ranch. Midwestern, man.
Okay. Remind me off stream to tell you about this crockpot recipe I saw on TikTok last night.
Okay.
All right.
All right, so we got hosting, we got server PC,
We got stuff to deal with tonight, man.
we got ranch, and we got rust.
Skillet fried rabbit with Dijon mustard sauce would be your... Oh, okay, Yulberry. Gotcha. All right. Sean, they're not hard to hunt. One's under the van and one's hanging out under a bush. They're just chiller. They just... you could walk up to them and pick the darn things up. They don't care. They're like honey badgers. They don't care. I'm just saying. We come home from the farm, they just look at you. And then they're like, oh, we should eat grass. We're innocent rabbits. We eat grass. No, they're not innocent. They're little demons. They eat Christmas lights.
You can hear his passion about him.
I have so many Christmas lights that, like, last year I just put them away. I didn't even, like, I was so frustrated with the whole thing. I'm going to spend, like, a week this year just fixing and sorting out rabbit damage. How you feel about city game? True, Ghost, true. But a honey badger will rip your face off. True. Baseball, but oh god, you'll tenderize it at the same time. Oh man. Hey, we had a speaking of city game, which I'm in the burbs. It's basically city. We had a huge deer run through our neighborhood one time. It was massive.
Really?
You watched the squirrels eat some stuff. True. Squirrels are just like, you know, rats, so.
Yeah, they're ground rats.
What? What did you say?
Owl.
Did you say squirrels are ground rats?
Yeah. Kind of like how pigeons are sky rats.
You know squirrels go in trees, right?
Yeah. That's what I've heard other people call them.
I've never heard that before. Ground rats. I've never... I feel like you're insulting rats right now. Yeah, what are rats, Trent?
Rats.
Like sewer rats? They hang out in the sewers? I don't know.
Especially in New York City and Chicago.
Yeah, on the subways, right?
Yes,
Yes.
I don't know. I've never been to them.
Me either. I don't know.
That requires me to go to a big city.
I rode the L in Chicago, but that's like the elevated train. I didn't ride like the... You know, yeah.
Yeah, I rode the elevated train to go to the Cubs game, but
There's river rats. You rode the elevated train to go to the Cubs game too?
yeah, from the parking lot.
I did too, Trent. I think I rode the red train. I could be wrong. We actually parked at a parking lot and then rode a bus and then rode the train. That was an experience, chat.
Oh yeah, see, I didn't have to ride the bus. We
Need a squirrel catapult. Oh my god. Muskrats. Wow. Squirrel catapult. I don't have one of them either. I've seen TikTok videos of them though, don't worry. I have seen TikTok videos. But yeah, that was, I don't know, with my like anxiety that I have these days, I don't know that I could do that. Ride a bus packed full of people and ride like a subway train packed full of people. I don't know if I could do that today. When I was younger, I was like a teenager, sure. I don't know about that one today. I'll be honest. But we did it 2 days in a row because we went to two Cubs games in Chicago, back-to-back days. It was quite fun. Quite fun. Sleep dart. Wow. Wow. See, bats and squirrels are homies. I don't